Triple H just made heartbreaking announcement. Bianca Belair survives devastating plane scare. What if I told you that one of WWE's brightest superstars just faced the fight of her life, and it had absolutely nothing to do with wrestling? Before we dive into this jaw-dropping story, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, because you do not want to miss what happens next in the wild world of WWE. Listen, when Triple H steps up to a microphone with that serious look on his face, you know something major just went down. And let me tell you, what he had to announce recently sent shockwaves through the entire WWE universe. We're talking about Bianca Belair, the EST of WWE, the strongest, the fastest, the toughest woman in sports entertainment, facing a situation that would make even the bravest among us completely freeze in terror. This isn't some scripted storyline, folks. This is real life, and it's absolutely terrifying. Picture this. You're thousands of feet in the air, the engines are roaring, you're probably catching up on some sleep or scrolling through your phone, and then suddenly, chaos erupts. That's exactly what Bianca Belair experienced when her flight encountered serious mechanical issues that put every single passenger's life in immediate danger. We're not talking about a little turbulence here, people. We're talking about a full-blown emergency situation that had everyone on that plane preparing for the absolute worst. Now, Bianca Belair isn't just any WWE superstar. This woman has climbed mountains that most people wouldn't even attempt to look at. She's main event WrestleMania. She's held championship gold multiple times, and she's proven time and time again that she's not just strong in the ring, she's mentally unbreakable. But here's the thing about plane emergencies. It doesn't matter how many squats you can do or how many matches you've won. When you're facing a potential plane crash, every single person on that aircraft is equal in their vulnerability. And that's what makes this story so incredibly human and so incredibly frightening. Triple H's announcement came at a time when nobody expected it. The WWE Universe was already dealing with enough drama, enough storylines, enough speculation about WrestleMania, and who's facing who at the next premium live event. But then the game himself, the man who now runs the entire WWE operation, had to step forward and address something that transcended wrestling entirely. His words were measured, his tone was somber, and you could tell that this wasn't just a boss talking about an employee. This was someone genuinely concerned about a human being who means the world to the WWE family. What makes this situation even more intense is timing. Bianca was traveling for WWE commitments because that's what these superstars do 300 days a year. They sacrifice time with their families, they endure physical punishment that would break normal human beings, and they travel constantly to entertain us. And on one of these routine trips, everything suddenly became anything but routine. The plane she was on began experiencing technical difficulties that escalated rapidly, and what should have been a simple flight from one city to another turned into every traveler's absolute nightmare scenario. The details that have emerged paint an absolutely chilling picture. Passengers reported hearing unusual sounds from the engines. The cabin pressure started fluctuating in ways that made people physically ill, and the flight crew had to make emergency preparations that included briefing everyone on crash landing procedures. Imagine being Bianca Belair in that moment. You've faced Sasha Banks at WrestleMania. You've battled Becky Lynch. You've stood across the ring from the toughest competitors on the planet. But nothing prepares you for the possibility that your plane might not make it to the ground safely. But here's where Bianca's true character shines through like a beacon of light in the darkest possible situation. According to other passengers who were on that flight, even while facing potential disaster, Bianca remained calm. She helped comfort other passengers who were understandably panicking. She followed every single instruction from the flight crew, and she maintained the kind of composure that honestly shouldn't be possible when you're genuinely facing the possibility that these might be your final moments. That's not just strength, that's something else entirely. That's the mark of someone who truly embodies what it means to be a champion in every sense of the word. The pilots, absolute heroes in their own right, managed to execute an emergency landing that required every ounce of their training and experience. We're talking about bringing down a massive aircraft with failing systems, managing terrified passengers, and somehow finding a way to get everyone on that plane back to solid ground safely. The landing was rough, it was scary, and several passengers suffered minor injuries from the impact and the chaos. But miraculously, catastrophically, impossibly, everyone survived. Every single person on that plane walked away with their lives intact, and that includes Bianca Belair. When Triple H made his announcement, he was clearly emotional. You could hear it in his voice, see it in his eyes if you watch the video. He talked about how grateful the entire WWE family was that Bianca was okay, how the company was providing her with all the support she needed, and how this incident reminded everyone that life is precious and unpredictable. He didn't sugarcoat the severity of what happened. He didn't try to downplay the danger. He acknowledged that WWE almost lost one of its brightest stars to something completely outside anyone's control, and that reality hit different. Now let's talk about what this means for Bianca moving forward, because this isn't just about surviving a plane scare. This is about psychological impact, about trauma, about how an experience like this changes a person fundamentally. Post-traumatic stress from aviation incidents is incredibly real and incredibly serious. Many survivors of plane emergencies develop severe anxiety about flying, and considering that WWE superstars literally live on airplanes as part of their job, this creates a massive challenge. How do you continue your career when your career requires you to regularly do the thing that nearly killed you? But if we know anything about Bianca Belair, it's that she doesn't back down from challenges. This is the same woman who was told she was too athletic for wrestling, too strong, too different, and she turned all those supposed negatives into her greatest strengths. She created the EST persona, not Jew. The EST of WWE faced death and walked away. She stared down the ultimate opponent, the one that eventually comes for all of us, and she won that encounter. Not through a KOD, not through a technical submission, but through sheer survival, through luck, through the skill of incredible pilots, and through whatever force in the universe decided that Bianca Belair still has so much more to accomplish in this world. And when she does return to that ring, when her music hits and she walks down that ramp with her trademark confidence and that brilliant smile, it's going to mean something different. It's going to represent not just a wrestler returning to work, but a survivor celebrating life in its most vibrant form. Thank you so much for watching. We're all just grateful that Bianca is safe, and we're sending nothing but love and positive energy her way.